everyone, my name is Kia. In case you don't know already, I'm in second year sixth form studying geography, biology and maths. So this video is going to be about personal statements, and I for one know how hard it can be to write a personal statement. I'm going to try and help you get started and hopefully produce something that's really good. In preparation, one of the best things I did is build a bank of super-curricular activity. Like extracurricular activity, except it's all academic. It'll be books, documentaries, articles, TED Talks, taster lectures, work experience. A side note with work experience, if you're doing a practical course like medicine or something, work experience is a lot more important than something like geography. It's not that important. Anything that's widely related to your topic that proves your passion for the subject. As you're reading these books, reading these articles, you need to keep a record of all the stuff you're doing, summarize it, and also write down your opinion. So let's say I read a book about capitalism and I didn't agree with what he was saying, then I'd write down my own thoughts so that either in the personal statement or even in the interview, it shows that I'm engaging, shows that I have my own ideas and why I'm fit for university. It will make your life so much easier when it comes to actually writing it, because you'll have a bunch of stuff that you can put in there. The best advice I can give you is to prepare by reading books, watching documentaries, attending lectures, work experience, podcasts, all that stuff that's remotely relevant. Record it, and that will build your application so much. So now it comes to actually writing your personal statement. You've done all this stuff, you listen to podcasts, you've done all that jazz, you know your course inside out. Comes to actually writing it. It's gonna start off not as a complete product. You're gonna have streams of thoughts left, right and centre, and it doesn't really matter at this point about grammar, about actually forming full sentences. All you want is content. How I did it is I kind of planned the structure of my personal statement. As you can see here, so I started off by my introduction, I'll show how my different topics link together, kind of like a mind map I guess, with arrows to basically show that thread running through your personal statement. Because I'm doing geography, I thought, right, I need an even spread of human and physical geography, and that's something to think about. For example, if you're applying for a course like that has two different topics, so like history and Spanish, you want to make sure you have an even distribution. Another thing when you're coming to writing your personal statement, check the actual course structure of the universities you're applying to. For example, geography, if you love glaciation, you can't write tons about glaciation if you're applying to a course that doesn't cover glaciation as one of their units. So pay attention to that, that's really important. Making drafts. Everyone who's made a personal statement knows that those drafts, woohoo, there's quite a few. So at this point, you started writing, you know you've got different streams of thoughts, it might not really make much sense, it won't be polished, and it will be way over the word count. I'm telling you this now. Most of your time over your personal statement is spent shortening it down to the word count. It's best to have a trusted teacher there to help you through it. Don't give your personal statement to tons and tons of people, because then you'll get conflicting pieces of advice, which is probably going to happen anyway. It's a personal statement. Personal. Someone might want to cut something out, or people might want to change things. Don't send off something that you thought, well, the teacher said I should do it, so I'll do it. Take on their advice, but you don't necessarily have to apply it. These are my don'ts and do's, my do's and don'ts. Don't waffle or add in any words that you don't know. Instead, be concise. Be concise and write how you do normally. Don't use synonyms that you don't know the meaning of, because you'll just come across like a fool. You don't want that. Don't add in books you haven't read or haven't finished. I swear. Don't add in books that you don't actually find interesting. Do talk about your passions and what makes you excited and things that you have actually done. For example, if you started writing your personal statement and you think you're gonna have finished a book by the time you send it off, don't do that. Just add in the stuff you've already read, listened to or whatever, and also they might ask you about it and you haven't read it, and that's embarrassing. Don't list. Do talk about how these things developed your skills or your interest in the subject. For example, in your extracurricular section, don't say I was captain of this team, I was a prefect, and I was in the school council, and I did this work experience, and I did this, because then A, it seems like you're bragging, and B, it's not really useful. Instead, use phrases like, being a prefect gave me the skills of leadership which will come in handy in university. Don't read millions of examples or copies of personal statements, then you'll probably end up copying it. Think about it, the admissions tutors, they're going to be reading tons and tons of personal statements. Don't be cliche and cringy being like, I've always wanted to study English since the day I was born. Like, no you didn't, like stop lying. No one says that. Do read one or two to get the gist of the language you're supposed to use. Do be original. If you're original, you'll stand out more. Don't feel like you have to open with a quote or with a snappy line to get their attention. Do stick to the point. Jump straight into it. I thought I needed a really snappy opening, but don't spend all your time thinking about this opening, because at the end of the day, the most important part is the actual content of the personal statement. I started off talking about my EPQ. I didn't start off with a quote from Nelson Mandela. It's not really that deep. It's not really the end of the world. Retrospectively, my best advice, start recording your super-curricular activity early and to a really great depth. If you want to get into these top tier universities, this is what I was told, you need to be beefing up on that super-curricular activity. If you don't like reading, you should probably learn to like reading if you're going to do a degree. But if you don't like reading tons of books, it's not just books. Like I said, it's podcasts, documentaries, journal articles. Like if you're into science, New Scientist is one of them. You can look on JSTOR. Online lectures. London School of Economics has a bunch of online lectures. Tons of universities have public lectures too. And it's about you being proactive and going after things that pique your interest in the subject that you can talk about in your personal statement and interview. Start writing earlier. I'm telling you this, start writing earlier because the deadline will come. That if you're applying to Oxbridge or medicine, that 15th of October deadline will come. The hardest part is starting. The sooner you start, the better, and it doesn't have to be perfect when you start. It will become perfect and beautiful. Mwah. Listen to admissions tutors, workshops and things like that. I went to a bunch of different personal statement workshops, like Lancaster University did one, and it was really, really good. They really help you get started and fill you with confidence that, yeah, I can do a really good personal statement. If you are writing a personal statement or about to apply to university, put in the comments what unis you're thinking of applying to, what subjects you're on about applying to, things like that. If you've already done a personal statement for a specific subject like medicine or other things that I haven't talked about, put it in the comments so that other people can get advice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you all in the next video. Yeah. Cool transition. Just kidding. So my best advice. Ciao. We're all over the place.
It's so useful.
Thank you for that.
Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. If there's anything I can help with, just tell me the juice and I got you, City. If you don't share this video, you're dead to me.
Whoa, let's not threaten the subscribers, shall we?
No joking.
Is there any words of knowledge, nuggets
sisters.
of knowledge you'd like to repeat?
Let your true self out in your personal statement and no one, can deny you because you're beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was poetic, Joe. That was really...
I'm even blushing myself. Don't call my name. Oof.
And like, subscribe, leave a comment down below.